the show, the eternal show. We're never gonna die. Sorry, Mike was licking his nipples. I have to start again. I lost it. Oh,
To be clear, the nipple was not
nipples.
visible. Otherwise, Twitch would have kicked us off.
And you didn't actually lick it. You just went.
I just opened my shirt and licked in the direction of my nipple. If you're not watching this live on Twitch or on YouTube, you are wrong.
Missing it. You're missing it out, Hunty. Missing it out. Missing out on it. Okay. Take two. When we do that again.
Go.
Welcome back to the show, the eternal show. We're never gonna die. We're gonna live forever. Mike almost got me that time pretending he was doing something inappropriate to the thing that he pees from. It's a penis. It's a sunny day here. The weather's getting warmer. Oh my gosh, my dog's been a jerk and I'm losing my mind.
It's a penis. Got me good.
Oh man, penises. Penises and vaginas.
I have started I've started using more I hesitate to say family friendly, but less offensive expletives.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to say fuck or shit or motherfucker.
Yeah.
So now I say
in general or just on here?
in general.
Yeah.
Except for last week when I said some offensive words on here.
Yeah.
But no, while I'm like gaming or things like that, and then I'll be like, oh, penises, or son of a butt,
Yeah.
or buttholes, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And
you
over
got
the last
kids around
week
all
or
the
two,
time.
penises has been a very common one. Just like plural penises.
Yeah.
Or just like, yeah.
It's good. It's funny.
Or whenever I'm
Penis.
angry,
It's a
I'll
funny
call
word.
people cocks. Oh, you
Cock
stupid
cocks.
cock.
You stupid cock-a-doodle-doo. You're a rooster. Oh, that's good. It's good to use more gentle expletives, I suppose.
Yeah.
Gentle. That's a gentle expletive.
More genital expletives.
Yes, genitals.
Gentiles.
Show me your genitals. Your genitals.
Genitalia.
That's John LaJoie.
Famous for playing Taco on
Tickle
The
me
League.
and rub my belly. From the league. From the league. The league. Okay, welcome everybody to AAWI, the And Also With You podcast from your friends, that's us, at Affable Idiots. Every week, join us and all your other lifelong friends as we laugh together. Share secrets. Do I even have a secret to share this week? I don't know if there's a secret, but I've been using a new cream for my foot since we're just constantly talking about our healthy feet. I've been using O'Keefe's. What's it called? Like healthy feet?
I think it's called
What
O'Keefe's.
is it? What's it called? O'Keefe's?
It's not the Spanish
O'Keefe's.
pronunciation of QUE.
Right. I think it's, what is it? What's it called?
It's called
O'Keefe's Healthy Feet.
Oh.
And I'm really liking it.
Okay.
It's doing some good stuff for my feet. I
Okay.
highly recommend it. It's a weird texture. It's a unique texture. But I really like it. I put it on after I get out of the shower, and then I put some socks on, and we're good to go.
Is it one of those things
Good to
where it's
go.
like, no matter how many times you wash your hands, they're still going to feel weird?
No, it's it in the jar. It looks like it's thick, and then when you put your finger in it to get some, it's sort of like, I don't know. It's like the warmth of your body sort of like melts it some,
Okay.
and then it gets on your finger, and then when you put it on, it's thin, but it's an interesting product, and I like it. And as soon as I wash my hands after, I'm good. There's no residue. I love it. And it like really keeps my feet feeling like I have lotion on them for a while. Not like in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like sometimes you put lotion on and then you put your socks on and it's like, well, it just kind of feels like your sock absorbed all of it. It doesn't feel that way. I love it. It's really been working for me. So that's the secret.
Put your finger in there to get some. Title of my sex tape.
And for you, is it into the bottom hole?
Give me to whatever
or would it
hole
be like
she
put
wants.
your finger into the tip of the penis?
Into the ew. No. Ewy.
like this. Just like what emotion. Ugh. Okay, these are the secrets. Secret. I've got a secret. Anyways, so we've shared that, and now we're going to strengthen our friendships on this off-color Mr. Rogers-esque show. I'm one of your hosts, Jesse Neal. And with me here, I have the other person that does this podcast. Some of you know him as Chad Michael Innes. I know him as Mike.
Very good to be here.
So it's the two of us and all you lifelong friends listening and watching across the globo. Hopefully you've been watching because we've done some dumb-ish already today. I'm so happy to be here with all of you.
And also with you.
Michael.
Yes. Jessica.
Michael.
Renee.
Michael. That's fun to say. I'm going to start today by asking you a question.
Okay.
And I want you to answer me honestly.
I have been as ready as Sinesta allows. Siesta.
I like that you said Sinesta, because when I said honestly, I wanted to say Sinestly, and then you said Sinesta, and it's like you were inside my brainscape.
What about Sinestly Crunch?
Ooh, that's a mashup. That's a brand mashup.
Oh, there was a mashup that we came up with yesterday, and by we, I mean I told everyone, and like 2 people giggled at, but I don't remember what it was. Fuck.
Oh, you should have put it down. Put it down a notch. Okay, the question today is, okay. I don't have one yet, so I'm just gonna kind of send my brain out to the universe and see what comes back. That sounds so weird. Okay, I'm gonna ask you today the question that is going to come out of my mouth, which is, what is your favorite type of swing?
Okay. Can it be one that I've never been in before?
Sure.
I'm going to... Let me start with saying hammock swings, overrated.
Yeah, they're tough.
Hammock chairs, and we've had this discussion back on the Affable Idiots podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They are like god-tier chairs.
Yeah, they're amazing.
But I am also a big fan of... I don't know if you... They're kind of like a hammock chair and a hammock combined with a tire swing. They're like
interesting.
They're like a big round
yes.
thing, and
I've seen
you
dogs
suspend it.
swinging on them.
Yeah. It's like imagine a tire swing, but instead of a tire, it's like a big round. It could be a
mesh
net. It could be
thing.
a mesh. It could be stretchy material. But that's my new favorite type of swing.
There are some places around my neighborhood that, like, when it's warmer out, they hang those.
Uh-huh.
And you see kids playing on those. Yeah, those are good swings. Those look like so much fun. I've seen many videos of dogs on those, and I love me a good dog.
You do love
and
dogs.
And a good swing.
You would do good in that John Cusack movie.
Yeah, hashtag must love them.
Yeah.
Must, hashtag. Hashtag must. Musty. Mustard. Must.
Speaking of hashtags.
Yes.
Have I explained to you what I learned 2 days ago about hot dogs?
I don't think you have.
Did I send you the video of the guy eating the cattail?
You didn't, but you did send me a video of you as your memoji that I forgot to go and listen to. I just remembered.
I don't even remember what that was. Actually, it might have been me singing Alanis Morissette. I don't remember.
Could have been.
Okay, so I'll send you a video of a guy eating, the cattails that grow and they look like corn dogs on the end of a really long weed.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a guy.
I forgot those were called cattails.
I don't know what they're actually called, but yeah, we called them cattails in the South. But There's a guy who's like, oh, look, I found a natural wild glizzy. And he bites into it, and he learns very quickly that it's just a bunch of really compacted seeds, and it just goes, and its mouth just explodes.
Glizzy?
And he goes, so that's the fun thing. I've learned recently that the cool kids call hot dogs glizzies.
I don't know if that's true.
It
the
is
cool
true.
kids?
All the cool kids do it because it's on TikTok.
I mean, are we sure they're cool, or are they people that...
No,
Are they the
no.
kids that think they're cool,
So here's
but they're
the
not?
thing. Glizzy
Glizzy?
used to be slang, probably still is slang, for Glock. You know, like a gun that you might have.
So
in
they're
your
making...
hand.
They're talking about guns. Wow, that's cool, Mike.
Hold, please.
Wow.
Hold, please. Hold, please. Over the summer last year, an influencer on TikTok made the connection that a hot dog is about the same length as the barrel of a Glock. So
Okay.
They then took the term glizzy, which used to mean Glock, and now it means hot dog. So it's kind of, inoculated the Glock.
So maybe
and
they
turned
are
it
the
into a
cool
hot
guys.
dog.
Maybe
Yeah.
they are the cool kids because
Yeah.
they're turning away from guns to hot dogs.
Yeah, so hot dogs are now glizzies.
Wow. I don't think I can get behind calling it that, but I approve.
Yeah, it's great.
I think I just can't envision myself saying to my dog when we're out on a walk when she looks at me for a treat, "Do you want a glizzy?" Instead of "Do you want a hot dog?" I just can't see that.
First of all,
it's not
the
in
fact
it's
that
not,
you would
it's
feed
not
her a
part of my
hot dog,
fantasy.
that is cannibalism.
We cut it up.
That's cannibalism.
That's okay. She's a good cannibal.
You want a glizzy? You want a glizzy? What's a
You want
glizzy?
glizzy? People would already think we're crazier. Oh my gosh. Speaking of my dog, I have to tell you the story. The other day, Kasey and I were taking her on a walk, and this little kid, was running up behind us. So I kind of pulled her close to me because she's fine with kids, but if somebody's running and catches her by surprise, she might try to take off and run with them, not in an aggressive way or anything. Mm-hmm. But I held her towards me. But it turned out the kid was stopping in front of the house we were at, and I realized that. So then I let her go, and we just kept walking. And when I turned around and I saw it was the kid, he had the most horrified look on his face underneath his mask. I mean, absolutely horrified. And then he saw that she only had 3 legs because her missing leg is in the back, and he goes, "Oh no!" He was so upset. And then she got a hot dog because she didn't go and jump at anybody. A glizzy. Do you want a glizzy? Baby, want a glizzy? She's sleeping. I probably shouldn't use that voice or she's going to wake the fuck up.
It's all right. As long as you call it a glizzy,
right?
she won't know what it is.
Yeah, right? We're trying to use gentle words, not the F word. Gentle words like floof. She better shut the floof up. Anyways, why don't you say we move to a healthy competition?
Fine, I'll say it.
My God.
Let's move to the healthy competition.
Thank you. I've been sitting here saying, why don't you ever say this? I'm having a hard time putting sentences together today. Last week, we played the really great game, You Got Me Again, Nelson Mandela.
But Nelson
where we learned
didn't
all
get
about
you.
the Mandela effect. No, not very well. I mean, he got me some.
Yep.
But not a lot. And I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty titties about it.
Pretty titties.
But this week, we're playing the game Anime Metalcore Song or Some Shit Kasey Made Up.
Very good. Is metalcore
It was gonna be
something that we've already... No, grindcore is something we did earlier, right?
Grindcore is something we've done before. And there was another kind of core that this was gonna be. It was post something core.
Hardcore.
And then
parkour.
Chords of the times. Chords of time.
There you go.
Annals of history. But then there were other songs that Kasey wanted to use. So now it's the more broad, I think, metalcore.
Very good.
And then some shit he made up. So, with these points, or with this game, there's going to be 3 in each round, obviously. So you can get a total of 1 point, or you can get a total of 3 points. No 2 points. It won't exist. It won't happen. I don't know that I'm going to be able to give you hints if you need them, because...
Okay.
I don't know, but if you need one, say so. Speak your truth, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
There are 8 rounds here.
I
Are
believe in
you
it.
ready?
I am
to
spaghetti
tumble?
pot pie.
Ooh, spaghetti pot pie sounds terrible.
With a soda on the side.
I love it. Ooh,
Spaghetti
with a
pot
soda on
pie,
the
spaghetti pot
side.
pie, spaghetti pot pie with a soda on the side.
Stupid, forgetful Michael. Okay, round one.
Hold, please. Before you round one it, will you boop your camera? Your printer's
Did
real
I get blurry?
sharp. Your face is blurry as a day is long. Nope, you need
still blurry?
you need to
Let's just turn it.
rotate. Oh, there it is. There's a little bit better.
Is that
A little
good?
bit better. Oh, that's the ticket. That's the golden ticket.
Is that the ticket?
Yep.
I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. It's the screen resolution for my camera. That's the golden ticket.
Very good.
Okay, round one. Get ready to laugh. These are all absurd.
Okay.
Middle-aged businessman, arise in another world.
Wait. What are the categories again?
Anime, so like a TV show,
Okay.
an anime show, a metalcore song,
Okay.
or some shit Kasey made up.
That's okay. Okay. Read the first one again.
Middle-aged businessman, arise in another world.
Arise or arrives?
Arise.
Arise in another world.
Arise.
Oh, so it's like a command. Middle-aged businessman, arise in another world. Okay.
That's how because there's a comma in between.
Okay.
So I'm getting like it's a command.
Not like a headline like extra extra middle-aged businessman arrives in another world.
Right.
Okay.
I'm definitely getting a more command sense from this.
It's an imperative rather than a declarative.
Exactamundo, as my father would say. Exactamundo. The next one is, come regenerate your limbs in my store, Dad.
Okay, how is cum spelled?
C-O-M-E.
Okay. Is there a comma between store and dad, or is
Yes.
store an adjective for dad? Like, regenerate your limbs in my store, Dad.
There is a comma between store and
Okay.
dad. And the last one, my 7th grade bus driver likes to yell at dead trees.
What? This is not real. These are not real
It's real.
things. Oh my God. Okay. 7th grade bus driver yells at dead trees. Come regenerate your limbs in my store, Dad. Arise, fair middle-aged man
He's
in the other
another
world. Okay. 7th grade bus driver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that's not an anime because anime tend to be Japanese type things, and they probably wouldn't use 7th grade. They would probably be like, my 4th year in primary school. I don't know why Japanese people speak with a British
English.
accent. Yeah. I don't know the Japanese school system, but I doubt that it's anything like the fucked up American one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's not an anime, but it might be a metalcore band. So which one is the anime of the other two? Let's see. Regenerate your limbs sounds like it's something in an anime. So I'm going to say limb regeneration is anime. And then is the bus driver who yells at trees a metalcore band, or is Arise in Another World is something world is something Kasey made up? Yes. Okay. Middle-aged man Arise in Another World, Kasey made it up.
Okay.
Then the come regenerate your limbs in my store, Dad, anime. Bus driver, 7th grade bus driver likes to yell at dead trees, metalcore band. Final answer.
You get 1 point.
Oh, shucks. What did I miss?
So, my 7th grade bus driver likes to yell at dead trees is the metalcore song by the Maud Flanders Conspiracy.
Okay. Oh, these are songs, not bands. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Songs by bands. Middle-aged businessman Arise in Another World is an anime.
Okay.
And Kasey made up, come regenerate your limbs in my store, Dad. Stupid. Okay, so 1 point. Let me make note. Are you ready for round 2? They don't
Spaghetti
get
and a half
any
shell.
less ridiculous.
Wonderful.
Spaghetti and a half shell.
Spaghetti power.
Man, that reminds me of that movie. Remember when they had the most recent movie and one of them cracked their shell and he's like, dude, tape me up. Like to put duct tape on a shell, and how stupid we thought that was.
I didn't watch
That
the
movie was
most
bad.
recent TMNT.
It was several years ago. Who did I see that with?
Did you see it with Michael
Might have
Bay,
been
the
my
director?
ex. Ugh, gross. I hate Michael Bay. Sorry, Michael Bay. I don't like your movies.
I hate me too.
Oh, don't do that, though. That's not healthy. Okay, though. Let's move on to round 2.
Great.
Are you ready?
Spaghetti.
Okay. The first thing in here. I don't mean to impose, but I am the ocean.
Okay.
I want you to make a disgusted face and show me your underwear.
Okay.
I can't continue to be your car mechanic because now I am your car.
Oh, that is meta. Okay.
Isn't it?
Okay, the car mechanic, I feel like mechanic, metal, it works really well together. So I'm going to say I can't continue to be your car mechanic because now I'm your car is the metalcore song.
Okay.
What was the first one again?
I don't mean to impose, but I am the ocean.
That one's definitely not metalcore song because it's too like figurative without being ridiculous. Like, I am the ocean. I am all around you. Like that kind of. So it's a little bit more fantastical, and I'm going to say that's an anime. And then disgusted face while you show me your privates or whatever you said. That's.
I want you to make a disgusted face and show me your underwear.
That's it. Yeah. That's something Kasey made up because he's a pervert.
I mean, you're not wrong. He is a pervert. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
You were actually wrong, though. Oh, you got no points.
No points? Oh, damn.
No points. So, I don't mean to impose, but I am the ocean is a song by the famous metalcore band we all know, the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Oh my God. That sounds like something we would make up in a tongue twister.
Right? It does. Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. It's fun to say. It really just kind of goes off the tongue. I want you to make a disgusted face and show me your underwear is an anime. I was just as surprised as you were. I thought Kasey was being a pervert, but no, it's an anime.
Okay, does anime include hentai?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And then I can't continue to be your car mechanic because now I am your car. Kasey made up, which is actually really good.
That's good.
I was impressed. I was VV impressed.
Yeah.
Are you ready for round 3?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. At the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I'm just kidding. That's just the Bible. That's Genesis. Okay. The first one. Nana has several doubts about the realness of a very real girlfriend.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Is it Nana or is it Nana?
I already asked Kasey that. It's Nana.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you repeat it then?
I said, is it not Nana? He said, no, it's Nana. I said, Nana has several doubts about the realness of a very real girlfriend.
Okay.
The girl next door is always screaming.
Okay.
If I don't successfully pick up 420 girls, I'm going to die in a lot of different ways.
Oh, shit. That one, it just sounds like it's going to be too long, but also it's like it has 420 in it, so you know people are going to be like, oh, yeah, 420.
420.
Okay. I'm going to say 420 is the one that Kasey made up.
Okay.
Nana Nana.
Nana Nana.
An anime. And then what was the middle one again?
The girl next door is always screaming.
Girl next door is always screaming is definitely metal. That's metalcore right there. Yep. Final answer. You got 1 point. Oh, dookie.
That was the metalcore song.
Okay.
If I don't successfully pick up 420 girls, I'm going to die in a lot of different ways is actually an anime.
Oh, man. See, I assumed, this was me making an ass out of you and me. I assumed because Kasey had like a definitive answer to the Nana or Nana that meant that it was a real thing. But got me again, Nelson Mandela.
Nana is apparently Japanese for the number 9, I think. And there is an anime, I think, where there are 2 girls who become best friends who are both called Nana. That's why he had an answer for it.
No.
No. That's a good way of making stuff up. You take something from an anime that you're not using, like a name.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it threw me too. It's
a good strat, Kasey. It's a good strat.
Good strat. All right, are you ready for round 4?
Yes.
Okay. The first one. Oh, wait. I didn't tell you the name of the band. Ion Dissonance. That's the metalcore band.
Ooh.
For the girl next door is always screaming. It's not as funny as Tony Danza tap dance extravaganza. Extravaganza. Okay, round 4. There are no Marias allowed in my ant farm. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attack?
What? Oh my god.
My ex-best friend trapped me in a painting?
It doesn't have a question mark on it?
It does.
That's amazing. Oh my god. Okay. Mom and the 2 attack batter at.
2-hit multi-target attack.
2-hit multi-target attack. That's a metalcore song.
Okay.
And they're playing at video games, turn-based video games like Pokemon. And like, oh, 2 hits successful. Oh, it's a multi-target. And that's what it is. Like bind or
perfect.
double slap in Pokemon. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Pokemans.
And then ex-best friend trapped me in a painting. And then what was the first one?
There are no Marias allowed in my ant farm.
That one Kasey made up. Trapped in a painting is an anime. Final answer.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You already said it. You get no points.
Fudge.
It's okay. There are no Marias allowed in my ant farm is the song by the Maud Flanders Conspiracy.
Oh my, of course.
Of course. I mean, who else would sing that song? The Do You Love Your Mom and her 2-hit multi-target attack is the anime. And Kasey made up, my ex-best friend trapped me in a painting?
He's very good at that. He's very good.
He is VV good. VV. So far, you've got 2 points.
Son of a whore.
That's okay. This is more of a fun to laugh at and these things than you're going to do well at it.
That's 2
That's
points.
That's not the point.
2 out of a possible 12. We're halfway through, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep. We just did 4, so we've got FOMO.
Wunderbar.
FOMO. We have fear of missing out.
Oh.
Okay. Are you ready for round 5?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. All cops are trolls and want our brains.
Okay. Okay.
I want to eat your pancreas.
Gross.
Yep, real gross. The district attorneys are selling your blood. These are all something.
The cops are trolls. Is
and want our brains.
A metalcore song.
Okay.
And they're trying to, it's a relatively recent one, trying to capitalize off of, the police brutality. Then the district attorney drinking our blood. Is that what it is?
The district attorneys are selling your blood.
Selling your blood. That's an anime. And then the middle one, what was it again?
I want to eat your pancreas.
That is just something that Armie Hammer messaged someone on Instagram.
Did he really do that, saying he wanted to eat people? I saw he was getting called out for some stuff, but I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to read this right now.
Well, he dropped out of a movie because of the allegations. He no longer lives in the same home as his family because of the allegations. Shit. So I imagine there's some sort of truth to it, but the allegations are
that
like
was the allegation. What were the
like
actual allegations?
Women saying, "Hey, here are screenshots of messages from Armie Hammer saying he wants to drink my blood or he wants to fucking eat my bones and shit." Yeah.
Maybe he's a vampire. Maybe vampires are real, and it's not as sexy as we thought.
Maybe.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Metalcore, Army Hammer, anime. Final answer.
Metalcore, Army Hammer. No points this time.
No
okay.
points? Oh, my God.
No points. Kasey made up All Cops Are Trolls and Want Our Brains. What would you say the second one was?
Army Hammer.
Kasey made up the second one. Or Army Hammer. Yeah. No, the I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is an anime.
Oh, okay.
And The District Attorneys Are Selling Your Blood is a song from War from a Harlot's Mouth.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Jeez.
Hey,
okay, round 6.
Let's all go around real quick as a nice icebreaker activity and tell us one of your favorite songs. Oh, I really love Backstreet Boys. I love Britney Spears. I love The District Attorneys Are Selling Your Blood.
Oh my gosh. Blood. What a song. Blood. All right. Are you ready for round 6?
Yes. Apparently not, but yes.
Ready as you'll ever be?
Yes.
This is how to use the 3 seashells.
Okay.
We don't know the name of the flower we saw that day.
Okay.
3 generations of instruction on how to play the flute.
Okay. This is how to use the 3 shells is a metalcore band as a tribute to some kind of video game.
Okay.
The second one, we don't know the name of the flower, is an anime. And then this is the 3 generations of instructions on how to play the flute is what the tentative working title was for Alien Covenant. But then they trimmed down Michael Fassbender's flute playing to himself from 3 hours to 5 minutes. Still very long. But so that's something that Kasey made up.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You got all 3.
Hell yeah! That was badass.
Hell yeah! The band on this one is, again, the Maud Flanders Conspiracy.
Always.
I mean, they have the best metalcore songs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the penultimate round 7.
Ooh, that's a good app. Penultimate.
It just the really
like a pineapple.
Pounces.
Like pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
I have pen. I have pineapple. Okay, and now that we're done, stupid. Apple pen. Stupid. Okay. Controlling myself. Round 7. How and why a sentient convenience store became the new sheriff of our town on the edge of the moon.
Stop it. Stop it. How do you suggest that, whether it's a song, an anime, or like, how do you say, oh, any suggestions on what I should watch? Yes, here's a paragraph. What is that? That's the name of it. Oh.
It's the name of it.
Not the description of an episode? No, that's...
It's absurd. Okay. Do you want me to reread that one, or do you think you've absorbed it enough?
There's something about I'm on the side of a moon and I'm a sentient at a convenience store.
Convenience store. Okay. The second option. The story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' The story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people.
Imagine that, the title of that song scrolling across your dashboard. By the time it gets to the end, the song is over.
or your backlight's gone out.
Okay.
And the last one, my bowling ball's frozen in a footlocker in Chicago.
My bowling ball's frozen in a footlocker in Chicago. Okay. I don't imagine there are any animes based in Chicago. So I'm going to say that's a metalcore song.
Okay.
And then the moon. A sentient convenience store in a moon. That's definitely fantastical, and there's a lot of interplanetary and things like that going on with anime. So I'm going to say that's an anime. And then the second one, that's straight up Kasey.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You get 1 point.
Oh, which one did I get?
You got the metalcore song. That is
Poopy
a
pants.
song. So, My Bowling Ball's Frozen in a Foot Locker in Chicago is a song by the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Okay.
How and why a sentient convenience store became the new sheriff of our town on the edge of the moon, Kasey made up.
Okay.
And the story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people is an anime.
Oh my God.
No, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so right now you've got 4, 5, 6 points.
Are these anime, like, are they actually things that are available here in the West?
I think so.
Or are
Let me
they
look.
like translations of Japan only animes? And that's why they're just
think
so
they
fucking
are.
ridiculous.
Let's see.
Because
this
everything
is
we have
apparently
here
the
is
current
like
trend.
Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, Dragon Ball Z.
But those were all from a certain
Akira.
time. Apparently, like, new animes, according to Kasey, newer animes, it's the trend right now to be long names.
So insane.
Like in the mid-teens, in the teens, I guess it was the trend to be like 2 letters, or not letters, 2, like Attack on Titan, Death Note, One Punch Man, that kind of a thing.
Right.
But now it's apparently really popular to be incredibly long. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
So I was yes, okay. Where I'm just looking at one of these just to see if we can, where it's viewable, the sample of the common people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if I can find where we can. I don't know if it's. But there are things like if you're really into anime that you can subscribe to.
Yeah, like Crunchyroll.
Like a streaming thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get these things.
That's
I don't know
insane.
I don't know if they're very popular here in these United States, but they probably are. I don't know. People who love anime are going to get all up inside the guts of all the anime they
They're
can.
going to tickle that belly button from the inside.
Gross. Okay, the last round.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am as ready as Tom Cruise was when he played about the samurai.
Oh, Tom
Who's the last
Cruise. He's the last one of them. And white.
Yes.
Shameful. Okay, the first one is, can someone please explain what's going on? The second option, can someone please explain this to me? And the third one, wait, hold on, what is actually happening?
Oh, this is so stupid. Okay. Can someone please explain what's going on? Can someone please... What's the second one?
Explain this to me.
Explain this to me. Wait, what is actually happening, right? Okay.
Wait, hold on, what is actually happening?
Okay. Okay, the last one, the one that breaks the trend, that one is the metalcore song.
Okay.
Can someone... Or is this Kasey being tricky, and the first two are metalcore and anime, and he made up the one that doesn't fit the trend? Oh.
Can't tell you yet what is white.
Okay. Metalcore anime Kasey. Final answer.
Metalcore anime Kasey.
Yep.
You got 1 point.
Tickle me, Elmo.
You were right. Kasey did do the third one.
Oh,
Wait,
yep.
hold on. What is actually happening? But can someone please explain what's going on? Is an anime. And can someone please explain this to me? Is a song by Ion Dissonance.
Very
So you get
good.
1 point, and that brings your count to a total of 5, 6, 7.
Hey,
So
that's
you
not too
averaged almost 1 per round.
bad. Okay.
There were only technically on 3 of these you got 0, but that's fine. You did amazing.
Thank you.
Better than
Thank
I
you.
would have done.
Considering 2 points per
Congratulations.
round was not an option, I'd say I did pretty good.
What if that's how I spoke all the time?
That's what you sound like to me all the time.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
That was a very fun, healthy competition betwixt the two of us. Well, even though we didn't compete. Even though, instead of that, I mean, and thank you to Kasey for making this game. He came up with the idea. He was like, I have an idea for a game. You have to do a game this week? I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, okay, it's this. I'm going to put it together. I was like, okay.
Can you send me the list of shit from the game so that I can listen to some of these? Oh, you got disconnected for a hot second. Can you hear me?
Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
My device has changed.
Oh, Heilige Scheiße.
Let me plug my AirPods. AirPods.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to tell everyone here about AffableIdiots.com.
Why is this not working?
You can go to AffableIdiots.com if
I still can't hear you.
Jesse,
You
gotta stop it. Go to AffableIdiots.com if you want to be part of Year of the Guest, where you can come here and be on the show with us. You can also, on there's just a way to contribute if you don't want to be on the show, but you just would like us to answer or talk about something. So head to AffableIdiots.com and see all of our other shit too. Jesse, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I thought my dingle hopper stopped recording me, but it didn't.
Good.
It just froze. Sorry, I didn't realize you were actually going over the stuff.
I just decided while you couldn't hear me, we would plug our shit.
Perfect. Thanks for plugging our shit up.
You're welcome.
So that it's not diarrhea-ing out of our butt.
I'll be your butt plug any day.
Oh, you're the best butt plug I ever had.
How many other butt plugs have you had?
Oh, did I say that out loud?
What were we talking about before you just... Oh, can you send me the list of metalcore band or songs? Because I would love to hear what one of these sounds like.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just text you the thing that Kasey sent me.
Okay.
And it tells you, it lists out which one's the anime, which one's made up, and and then it's which one's the song and the band that did it. So I'll just text you that. And yeah, I haven't listened to them. I'm sure it's perfectly terrible. I think they're screaming in it, everything that I hate in music.
Wonderful.
Yep. So yeah, maybe I'll listen to. Maybe I'll go through and listen to some, and then we can words. We can recoup and discuss later on.
Perforated line.
Perforated. Oh no, that's bad. All right, my loves, and my love, you, my love, and my loves who are listening.
My love.
Why don't we move on to some honest discussion?
Okay.
Last week, you were with us for about 2 hours.
Yes.
As we created the calendar movie, which it's going to be incredible if I do say so myself.
It's honestly,
it's
good. It's better than a lot of movies I've seen.
It is good. And apparently Kasey also has some synesthesia and did not agree with you on your colors.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. He asked me what the colors were that you said, and he was like, no, it's not. I was like, it is to Mike.
That's right. I'm pretty sure mine is based on... This is a weird thing. So I'm pretty sure this is based on the calendar that we had in our kindergarten classroom.
Really? That's very specific.
I specifically remember each month had like a little, it was about the size of a bumper sticker. It had the name of the month on it and then like some kind of color or pictures and
like
snow in January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's where that like just permanently got ingrained in my brain. And here's another fun thing.
Inbrained?
Inbrained. Here's another fun thing. For my entire life, including up to today, I have a hard time judging lengths of time around the second half of the calendar because in my brain, the calendar is split into 2 columns. There's a really tall column that goes from January through July. End of July is one really tall column. And then off to the side is a smaller column that goes from August to December. So in my brain, like... the calendar, like the year is split in half, but not down the middle.
Yeah.
And for some reason, even though August, based on the number of months, should be all the way up by February, it's like down by May. So like August to December to me is like, feels like, oh, it's August, might as well be the end of the year.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's.
You got a weird brain.
Yeah.
I have a
You
weird
got
body. You got a weird
I have
brain.
a weird brain, yes.
It's okay. I have a weird brain too, but mostly it's just depression and anxiety. It's funny.
We laugh to keep from dying.
And so that's the story of how the calendar was a movie. That was a really great time, though. I feel really good about that movie.
Yeah,
and this week, why don't you tell us what we're going to do? What are we going to talk about?
Jesse, it is slightly morphed over the last few hours. I started thinking about today. Okay, so here's the thing. Backstory. Last night, I was watching the movie Chaos Walking in a theater. It's the
theater.
It's the new movie with Tom Holland. Not the other new Tom Holland movie that also came out this weekend called Cherry. This is the new movie with Tom Holland that came out this weekend called Chaos Walking.
The year of Tom.
I know. But it had Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in it and Mads Mikkelsen. And it's about...
Cast?
It's like 250 years in the future. And the men on this new planet we settled, their thoughts are always... Whatever they're thinking is always visible and audible to everyone. So there's like no
safer.
escaping your thoughts. But women can hear it, like they can conceal their thoughts just fine. Like whatever it is about this planet just reveals men's thoughts. Movie's so-so. I enjoyed my time through it. Lots of plot holes in it, and just like dumb plot things that happened. But lots of hot people looking hot with their shirts off, and I was like, all right, what's a goal of mine now? What am I gonna do tomorrow? Start eating better, work out more, blah blah, all that same kind of stuff. And then I started thinking about, like, what's my, like, ideal body form? What do I want to look like? What's my goal? And then I started thinking about, like, do I want to look like that before I die? Is that my goal? And I'm like, what other things do I want to do before I die? Let's make a bucket list. So that's how we got to bucket list today. And I was going to...
I thought you were watching the movie Bucket List.
Oh, yeah.
With the old actors.
It was just... In my brain, I was about to go, oh, yeah, the one with Nelson Mandela in it?
Yeah.
No, it's Morgan Freeman, but he played Nelson Mandela.
Yep.
So that was my initial plan today, whenever I thought of that, was, okay, let's just share what our bucket lists are. And then I started brainstorming and figured out I only have like 2 things on my bucket list. And I need to make a bucket list. I need to fill it out like a saggy balloon that needs air. That's
saggy balloon.
Yeah.
I told Kasey when we took my dog for a walk this morning, I was like, Kasey, Michael wants to discuss bucket list items. This is all I've got. And he just started saying, did you ever want to do this? Did you ever want to do this? Now I'm just telling you things I want to do. Did you ever want to make your own croissants and other laminate breads? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
So I figured this could be a good time for us to explore together, maybe on the internet, or get insight from each other and figure out what do we want to do with our lives. What do we want to do before we die? Before we kick the proverbial bucket. I think we should start with, it sounds like you only had a couple things as well. Let's start with what we have on there, and then let's go from there. Would you like to begin?
Also, yes, but also a laminated bread or laminated dough.
What is that about?
Because he said it, and I didn't say anything about it. I just assumed it was breads similar to the bread in a croissant, and it is. It's a dough that gets its name from how it's made. Laminating dough refers to the process of folding butter into dough multiple times to create very thin, alternating layers of butter and dough. The gluten in the flour also gets developed during the folding and rolling process. So it's like thin breads.
Okay. Like wheat thins.
Wheat thins. Wheat.
Well,
I definitely have 2 bucket list items that are gonna get met soon.
Okay.
And that's buying a house and a car.
Dope. I think those are perfectly reasonable bucket list items. Buying a house and a car.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a bucket list. You always like, I want to do that.
Especially as a millennial, like that's a stretch. I want to own a home. What?
What?
That's unheard of. What are you, a genie?
I know. It's ridiculous, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I also want to go to Japan. That's really high on my list and has been for a long time.
Interesting. Can you tell me more about that? Like, I don't think I've ever would have in a million years guessed you wanted to go to Japan.
Really?
Over
I've been
X number of other countries.
Oh man, Japan has been like pretty much number one on my list for a long time.
Is it because you learned about all these animes and you're like, man, I would love to learn more about sentient convenience stores on the moon?
On the moon. It's because of the animes, yes. No, I'm really interested in Japanese religions and like Japanese culture. Mm-hmm. And it's also just a beautiful country from everything I've seen. And it's so different from it's like from the West. You know, where we live. But there are also a lot of similarities, especially in the main, like in the cities. But like out in the country, I mean, like Japanese culture and Japanese like civilization. I don't know. That sounds weird saying Japanese civilization. It's just all very different from what we have here, and I'm just like really interested in experiencing different things like that. That's part of why I love Sri Lanka so much. It's just really cool. It's so far away. It's so different from anything we've done. And I'm just really interested in Buddhism and Shintoism. Shintoism? Mostly Buddhism, though. But
do you have a specific
I just really
spot
always
in
wanted
Japan
to go.
You would want to go? Like,
not really. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I mean, there are places in Japan I want to go, and I'd want to spend a good amount of time there. Like, I want to go, like, you know, I want to see Mount Fuji. I want to go during cherry season when the trees are blooming. I want to go to like Hiroshima, where the bomb was dropped. I just want to see all of that. Of course, I want to go to like Tokyo and like, you know, the big cities and stuff, just to experience that and see that. But I also want to go out to like rural Japan and stay in one of the traditional. I forget what they call them. I'm drawing such a blank right now, but like the traditional houses where you sleep on the floor and the doors are like made of like.
Really thin
like
pancakes.
panes and paper. Exactly. I just want to experience that and see it and be there. And I've just been. For the longest time, I've wanted to go to Japan.
That's so interesting. That's something new I just learned about you. I had no clue.
Ooh.
I mean, I knew you liked butter and Buddha.
Love butter.
A buttered Buddha. Buttered Buddha.
A buttered Buddha. A buttered Buddha. What is a Buddha?
Buddha and oil. Buddha and oil.
Buddha and oil. I do. I love Buddha. When I went to Sri Lanka, I got a really thick Buddha head. Thick. Made of like granite or something. And then when I went through security, they were like, what is this? Because you can't see it. You know, it just looks like this big black thing, which probably looks suspect. And I said, oh, that's just the Buddha. It's just the Buddha. And then I got to go through. But they did have to, in Abu Dhabi, they did have to wipe my hands down to make sure I didn't have any explosive residue. That's like a thing they do there. Yeah. I didn't. I did not have that.
Ooh, lucked out on that one.
That's not something I'm involved in. Not something I would like to be involved in. But yeah, Japan is really, really high on my list. There are a lot of other countries, but Japan is like number one for me right now. Gotta do it. Gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
And I also want to take
Japan. Great. What else?
Yeah. I also want to take, and this is some stuff that when Kasey and I were just like chatting, like things I was like, yeah, this is stuff I've wanted to do. I've never really like put it on a bucket list because it's something that's I could do really at any point. Like, I want to take some karate classes or some sort of a martial art. Yeah. And I want to take some dance classes. I don't have like a level, you know, that I want to achieve. It's just something I want to do. And so I can, and I will. I'm not going to do it now because COVID. But even though I could, there's a studio just down the way that I could. You just wear your mask while you do it. But I don't want to. I don't deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. Yep. So I'm going to wait. And that's really about it. So really I've got the three big things. And then a couple of other like, yeah, that is something I want to do kind of things. Yeah. What do you have?
A similar one with travel. I have like 3.
You want to go to Japan too?
I mean, I would love to go to Japan. Yeah, I would love to visit Tokyo. Obviously, you know, because the history with video games, all starting in Japan. And how much of that culture is into video games. Mm-hmm. But I also, like, my big places that I want to go to are Ireland, and fucking A, and Iceland, Ireland, Iceland,
Yeah.
and New Zealand. All the lands. I want to go to all the lands.
I really want to go to New Zealand as well.
Yeah,
Big
gotta see
time.
the Hobbiton. Gotta go see all the Hobbit huts.
Yeah, I gotta stay in the Hobbit's huts. You can say, we're going on an adventure. You must not know about second breakfast. Tell them about second breakfast.
Yeah, I want to do that. And Kanan and I were actually going to go to Iceland. Like, we were planning the trip and everything like that, and then COVID hit. Fucking A.
Iceland is reasonably inexpensive as well.
Yeah.
Because their economy is not so great. At least it hadn't been. And so they really want tourists.
Yeah. And I saw the Zac Efron Netflix documentary about saving the planet, and there's a lot of really beautiful things in Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I really want to go there too.
Yeah, that's I have a travel one, and those are like the big areas on travel. But I also Alto Balto Age of Ultron Oliver Twist I want to have a line in a movie, a TV show, or an animated something before I die.
Yeah. Cool.
Or
yeah,
a video.
That's
maybe
achievable.
I have a role in doing performance capture in a video game or something like that too.
Yeah. I'd like to be in a movie.
I just want to be able to be like, hey, what's up, kids? Look at this movie I was in. And be like, oh my God, that was you! Even if I'm just like a cop on a subway or something like that going, freeze!
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be in a feature film.
I do want to be in a movie or on a television show. I do.
It's like even a featured extra. But that's something that like I took a break from, that performing and stuff like that a few years ago. But I'm always like I'm planning to return to it in my late 30s, early 40s, things like that. And you see so many people like Samuel L. Jackson. His big break didn't come till he was like 45 or something like that. And,
a lot of that.
Nelson
a lot of
Mandela.
actors.
Morgan Freeman, that's his name. Nelson Mandela.
Morgan Freeman,
he was pretty
also known
old.
as God.
Also known as Jod. Yeah,
So he did play God in Bruce Almighty.
I'm looking to return to that, definitely. Just be in something. Not make it my career, probably, but just for fun.
Just get back to it. Yeah.
And, I'm making connections in a lot of places that could be very real, as a favor to call in somebody. Hey, what's up? Can I just be in this real quick? That would be cool.
I mean, Keegan-Michael Key was a recommended friend on Facebook.
There you go.
And so was Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, the V, her ex-husband on that show.
That's right.
And wasn't he the husband in The Comeback as well? Was that him?
No. That was
It was a different guy.
It's a different middle-aged white man
with a
yeah.
Sexy big nose, if I do say so myself. That man, I think he's so handsome, and it's got everything to do with his nose. Everything.
You love your noses.
I really, really do. It has everything to do with his nose.
But that's it.
I did remember one that I forgot.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I do want to get a tattoo, but I don't know of what, and I don't know when. I just know I've been thinking about my gosh, I cannot speak today. I've been thinking about wanting to get one for a long time, and I just haven't ever had the right thing, And also, if I want it done really well, I'm gonna have to pay more for it. I also have to decide, do I want color? Do I not want color? What is this thing gonna be? So I want it to be meaningful. I don't want to be. Some people are okay to just they're like, I love tattoos and I want a tattoo, and they'll just get stuff that means something to them or not. I know a guy who's Bugs Bunny tattooed and he doesn't even care.
Exactly, yeah.
About Bugs Bunny. I just don't. I want something. I want what I get to be really, really meaningful. At least for my first. No, all of them. I just want them to be really meaningful. Yeah. And I just don't know what that would be yet.
I think
I do really want a tattoo.
The first one, I was like, God, do I really want to do this? And then I was like,
you have more than one?
I have
I know you have one.
I have one. This one here. I love it. And immediately I'm like, okay, cool. What are the next ones? So I've already planned out one on my shoulder, and it's going to be 3 Guardians from Destiny, and it's representative of me, Matt, and Dallas, and that's what got me through this pandemic so far is just being able to play with close friends and be together and chat and be in our rooms and dying inside while the rest of the world goes on. So that's representative of what got me through the pandemic, and that was a big part of my life.
Awesome.
And then I also have to like fill out the rest of the sleeve. So I have shoulder, wrist here, and then filling out the rest of this. I'm already planning like, okay, I'm gonna have all of my favorite
you want to
video
get like
games.
a sleeve?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole sleeve.
Cool.
I'm gonna do all
That's
of these
cool.
different video games. I'm gonna have Majora's Mask on there. I'm gonna have God of War with Kratos and Atreus there. I'm gonna have the BioShock Big Daddy coming out on one side, and it's just gonna be like this big tapestry of my favorite video games, all in line art.
Very cool.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
That'll be really cool.
So it started as like, oh God, I'm never gonna get a tattoo. I don't want a tattoo. And then Kanan's like, please get a tattoo
And
with
now
me.
you're like,
I'm like,
"I
okay,
want a tattoo of my whole body,
but it's
head to toe."
meaningful, and it represents our friendship and music and all that kind of fun stuff. And then I was like, now that I got one, I was like, I don't care. I just want to put something cool on my body.
Next thing we know, you're gonna like have the skin above your eye but below your brow.
Yep.
Pierced. You're gonna have.
And then I'm gonna close my eyes, and whenever I close my eyes, it says "fuck you" on each eyelid. Fuck and you on the eyelids.
And then you're gonna like have your nose gauge. You'll probably get your tongue split.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my skull
and then,
split. I'm gonna cut my corpus callosum.
Yeah, cut it. Then you won't have seizures.
That's right.
Not that you have seizures, but it's not the corpus callosum. What is it in the middle there? Is that the amygdala?
The amygdala. That's in charge of your
right
balance.
Right in the center of the brain. I don't know. There's something that's right in the center of the brain if you split it.
I thought it was that they kind of cut the corpus callosum there, which it stops the seizures, but it also kind of disconnects your left and right brain a little bit, so they don't talk as well.
It does. Let's see. Seizure surgery. I know somebody who's had this, and I just can't remember exactly what it is.
It was Diane Sawyer.
It's removal it was Diane Sawyer. It cuts out brain tissue. This is going to require too much research for me in the moment. But yes, maybe you're right. Maybe it is the corpus callosum. I don't know. Kasey would know. Kasey knows everything about the brain because he had to dissect one for his doctorate degree in developmental psychology. Because why? But yeah. I love it. I love science.
We've defined a couple of things on our bucket list. I just Googled what are the most popular bucket list items? Very first thing from USA Today. Let's look at these top 10.
Let's do it.
This is a little depressing, but they specifically said these are the top 10 bucket list items on singles lists, so people who are single. Number 1 is fall in love. Go on a wine tour in Napa. Couldn't give a shit.
Do you want to fall in love?
I mean, yes, that would be nice, but it's not like if I die before I fall in love, I'm going to freaking kill myself. I couldn't kill myself if I died anyway, but...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, wine tour in Napa. I could care less about wine or alcohol. So.
Yeah. Oh, I remembered another one Kasey and I were talking about.
Yes, go on.
We want to go on like an Alaskan cruise or something like that. Go up and see the Northern Lights. Want to see the Northern Lights somewhere.
I want to do in Iceland. Yeah, seeing the Northern Lights.
You can do it in Iceland as well. And another thing is to go out into the desert, like miles and miles and miles away from the nearest light, and see all the stars and the Milky Way and stuff. That would be really cool to see.
Yep, I concur, Doctor.
Changing
someone's life for the better. Get to my ideal weight. Go on a safari.
Does that mean?
I know, right? These people and their stupid aspirations.
I want to change somebody's life for the better.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Ride in a hot air balloon. That's an interesting one.
That could be fun. And then remember when, was it Beatrice? Had diarrhea off of one? In Another Period?
Oh, yes. What a fucking great show, Another Period.
It's so good. You should go back and rewatch it. It's amazing. Kasey and I just finished watching it.
I'm going to go back and rewatch that after I rewatch Dave twice in 2 days.
Gosh, Dave is such a good show, too. I can't wait for season 2, which hopefully there will be one.
Yes. See the Northern Lights, go to the Super Bowl, swim with dolphins, travel through Europe.
I don't want to swim with dolphins because dolphins weren't meant to have humans swim with them. That's a caged animal that you're putting in a situation that it wasn't meant to be in, and I kind of look at that as some sort as like a form of animal abuse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I don't. When I was working in leisure travel, I wouldn't sell that to people. They'd be like, I want to swim with the dolphins. Like, okay, I'm not giving you that, though. You can do that there. I'm not doing it. Like, I will not
It's
sell
people
that
saying,
to
"I
you.
wanna
And
go
like riding
get to
elephants.
SeaWorld." No, I'm not going to get you tickets to SeaWorld.
I'm not gonna. No. People like want to send them to Thailand and stuff. Like, we want to ride elephants. Like, no, you can do that there. I'm not doing that. It's like I will not do it. I will not sell you that. Because it's just not how animals were. Elephants weren't meant to be ridden.
Rudy.
They weren't meant to be ridden by people. These things put on them, that's not what they're meant for. So there.
Stick to your morals.
I will.
See the Northern Light.
will.
So sorry, I'm here. I found another one. Bucketlist.net, which seems like it should be the authority.
Right, yeah.
Here are a couple.
Because it's a net.
Top 5 bucket list ideas. See the Northern Lights is number 1. So I think we both agree that that's on ours. Here's another one. Skydive. I guess skydive
really
necessarily
care.
is not one that I'm like, I want to do this. But
Yeah.
base jumping is something that Kanan's never going to listen to this, so I can say that I'm planning Kanan's bachelor party, and so
He's not going to listen to our podcast? I thought he was
No.
your best friend, little
yeah,
butthead.
he is my best friend, but he also
I bet it's him watching stuff under my fart store.
probably
Somebody even went in and like saved stuff to the my list and was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yep, Pretty Little Liars. I bet that's definitely him. So I'm planning for us to go to Hawaii and go base jumping in Hawaii,
That'll be good.
and
Just the two of you or some other folks?
just the two of us. I mean, he doesn't have friends, and I have friends, but I don't let them know how close they are. Don't let him know how close they are, or else he'll kill them. So yeah, it's just gonna be us. We're gonna go to Hawaii base jump because he's
Awesome.
getting married. He has a fiance. So this will be his bachelor party.
Finance?
He has a finance, yeah.
When is he getting married?
Whenever she's allowed back over to the
COVID?
United States, yeah. So base jumping, I guess you can count that as a bucket list item for me too. We're gonna go base jumping and probably die.
Yeah. I mean, base jumping sounds cool. Like, base jumping, skydiving, the extreme sports like that. I was thinking about those earlier, and I'm like, I get why they are going to be on some people's bucket lists. And if I did it, that'd be cool. But it's not something I'm like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not for me, personally. But it would be cool. Yeah. Be soup's cool.
Number 3 on this is get a tattoo. Already talked about
Yeah,
that. Number
there it
4,
is.
go on a
Got it.
cruise. Here's the thing. What is your stance on cruises? This came up on Twitter yesterday, and people are like, are you into cruises or are you not into cruises?
I think Alaska cruises are probably cool because it's a really good way to see Alaska and the Northern Lights and stuff. I think cruises are for old people otherwise, or people who don't have much of a sense of adventure.
Ooh,
Hard
shots fired.
Hard truth. I have sold, when I worked in leisure, so many cruises. And there's like no shame in going on a cruise. I know people who friggin' love cruising. It seems to me like the most boring thing ever. Like, why would you want to spend all your time on this boat? I mean, yeah, you've got a lot of stuff you can do, but like, there's a pool. You can't get in the ocean. You can't play in sand unless you stop. But then there's going to be thousands of people around you because you're literally getting off the boat with thousands of people. And you can't actually experience the places you're going when you get off the boat for a couple of hours in a day and then get back on the boat, eat the food that they put at the buffet, or if you want to spend money to go eat at a probably subpar restaurant. I have opinions about cruises, and I think they're great for older people and people who don't have as much of a sense of adventure anymore.
I think you're right. I think
Or
the target audience for them is just like people who really just want to get drunk and lay by the pool all day,
Yeah.
and scream and bang on a boat, and that's. I
The
mean, those
only
sound fun,
cruise-
but not for like 7 days.
No.
That's a cool like
not at all.
afternoon in the summer.
Exactly. Like, I think an Alaska cruise would be great because, I mean, it's a really good way to see a very specific part.
Yeah, and you can go like
Northern
kayaking
Canada
in the
and
glaciers and
Alaska.
shit like that.
Exactly. And that's cool. That's fine, you know? But I wouldn't want to do any other cruise, really. River cruises, that's a newer thing. They're smaller boats, and most of the river cruise companies, what they do is you get somewhere, in the middle of the night or in the early morning, you dock, you get off, you have literally the entire day. And then you can come back to the boat to sleep late at night. Like they close everything up at a certain time that's late at night. That's the only type of cruise other than the Alaska cruise that I would consider. But even still, river cruises are geared toward older people. Like it's
like dinners at 4. When you say come back to sleep, that's at like 5:45.
5:45. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I mean, like, that would be a cool way to see several cities along,
like
Europe or in Asia or something. Yeah, they do them here too. But come on, we can do better than cruises.
Yeah. I went on one I guess we were in high school whenever I went. Well, I was in high school when we went, and we went over Thanksgiving for a week we did a Caribbean cruise, and it was the Bahamas, St. Martin, St. Thomas. It was pretty fun, but I was also like, I couldn't drink, I couldn't gamble, couldn't do any things on the boat. And it was my whole family, so it was like, we had fun as a family.
I think they're great for families.
Yeah.
They're great for families. And so, I mean, like, families can only have a certain amount of sense of adventure, especially when your kids are really young. You got to do stuff that your kids are going to like. Otherwise, they're going to be little terrors, probably, I would imagine. So it's that. I think cruises are good for families, older people, and people without a sense of adventure.
Nice.
What did Twitter think?
I think most people did not want to do cruises on Twitter. I want to read a few more of these bucket list items.
Yeah.
Get married is on there. Go scuba diving.
Yeah, I guess that's one of mine. I don't know. I mean, it is.
Yeah. It's weird to say that's a bucket list item to me. Like, it's not like...
I don't think it's a bucket... I wouldn't call it
Today I'm
going to
check something off my bucket list. Let's go get married. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what a bucket list item should be able to... Like, if you decide on a whim, I want to take a couple days off work and let's go do this thing. Let's check this off a list.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here's
Agreed.
one that is, I feel like is really popular on people's bucket lists, but I don't have any kind of goal, like run a marathon.
Oh,
you have any kind of like fitness related bucket list items? I don't.
That's not fun. For some people, that's fun. Kasey was saying he'd like to do like a 4K or 5K something for something or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I can see how that's really something that a lot of different people would put on their bucket list, but I don't care about it. That's not like how I operate.
Yeah.
Like, if I do it, that'd be cool, but it's not something I'm like, I have to do this. It's going to be on my bucket list. Like my brother David was on his bucket list to run in some sort of a marine or something kind of a marathon thingy in DC. And then he did it and it was this big deal. And that was amazing. But that's never going to be me.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's just not.
See the pyramids in Egypt is another one on here.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That would be cool. Visit the Grand Canyon.
It's weird because Cairo is literally, you can just see Cairo. It's not like you're in the middle of the desert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like all the pictures you see are Cairo's behind you. You know, because it looks like you're in the middle of the desert. It's literally right there. But I still want to do it.
Donate blood is on here, number 16. Write a book. Do you have any creative bucket list items?
I do. I mean, I don't know that I would call them bucket lists because I haven't, sort of let myself feel that out yet.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it would be cool to write a book or write something, get something published, but I don't know what. And honestly, I'm thinking about getting my master's degree, so I guess that's on a bucket list, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Get a master's degree. And maybe my first book will be like in relation to my work. And then I can get onto like some podcast, like Jamila Jamil or somebody will interview me on her podcast. And then I'll meet a lot of people will reach out to me like, you're so amazing. Then I'll be in a movie from the people that I meet.
Right.
And then I'll be like, okay, I'm not, maybe I'll be a therapist here and there, but I'm gonna be doing this now. I'm gonna be acting, and then I'll be like, no, I'm gonna become an author. I'm gonna write this book about my experiences. I don't know. I think it would be cool to write a book. I just haven't really felt it out yet to know if it's a bucket list for me or not. What about you?
I don't, aside from being in a movie, having a line in a movie or a TV show or something like that, that's the only thing I can really think of as like a creative one. I mean, obviously there's several things I'd love to do with this podcast or Affable Idiots, the network, and like all that kind of stuff, but I don't feel like any of those are bucket list worthy items.
I do want to actually write my play, The Best Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
It's a musical, and it takes place in heaven.
Very good. Here's a last one I think we'll mention, and then we'll wrap up. 39 on this list for bucketlist.net is learn sign language. Do you have a language that you want to like learn, with a sign language or another language that you feel like you really want to learn before you die?
There are a ton of languages I actually want to learn. That's a good one. I hadn't thought of that. Like, I think it would be cool to learn Japanese, and that just goes hand in hand with my wanting to go to Japan. I'm really interested in Hebrew and French. I would like my Spanish to be better.
I don't know. Globo, quiero, queso, con leche.
Escuela.
La Ciudad de Mexico.
My Spanish is not horrible, and it's better when I'm around Spanish-speaking people, which isn't that frequent, But it's not as good as it used to be, but I would like that to get better. But Japanese, Hebrew, and French are 3 languages I really want to learn. I just like language. I think it would be really cool to know sign language as well. I think that would be really cool. But I mean, then you're gonna have to break it down. ASL, that's American. Yep. And then I guess that means it's different in other countries. I don't know.
Probably, but it might just be for the profanities,
ASL,
like
obviously.
middle finger versus peace sign. That's probably all that's different between American Sign Language and British Sign Language is how to flip someone off.
Peace sign isn't an insult.
Peace sign backwards. Sorry.
Backwards peace sign means fuck you. Fuck face.
I thought of one more that I wanted to put on here as well. And it's been something since college. I want to play through all of Chopin's nocturnes from start to finish.
That would be really cool.
That's what I want to do.
Get it.
Yep.
Get it, boo.
Get it.
That would be a good one. I like that. That's a good bucket list. I think we've got good bucket lists.
We
They
do.
don't have to be super long, and I feel like we've got some good ones. It's a pretty good bucket.
We got a plastic mop bucket. We got a metal milk bucket. We got a wooden butter bucket.
We've got one of those beach buckets, for the sand.
Yep, a shovel and pail. Yep.
And for the castles of the sand.
Sand castles in the sand. Sand castles in the sand.
Oh my gosh, that was a good show.
But now it's dead.
Well, that was a great conversation. I really like discussing our bucket list items. You learned something about me. Yeah. I learned something about you. It's great. Friendships getting stronger on this podcast.
Boom! Shocking.
Live. Live. Well, that brings us to the end. When my headphones went out, did you plug all the stuff? The YouTube?
I just plugged AffableIdiots.com.
Oh, okay. And for those of you who might have looked and noticed in the past that my snippet about me was the same as Holden's, that's because somebody who
took
shall
forever
remain
to
named
get
Chad Michael
that
in
snippet to me when I was in the mood to update shit.
It did. It took me 4 days. I couldn't think of a good thing. But I think the human embodiment of the sound of a laugh is pretty freaking good.
It's great. It's great.
But now it's fixed, so you can go and amaze at that section of the website. It's amazing. But please also find us on YouTube, Affable Idiots, and also with you, and Respawn Aim Fire. Affable Idiots is for different, funny content. Mike's Fast 100 video with the cars.
Fast 10 trailer.
Fast 10. You can see us. You can see me breaking down laughing when Mike was pretending to lick at his nipples earlier today.
That's right.
That's where you can see all the good content. as well as hear it. You can do both. You can see and you can hear all at the same time. You can find us there. Please also find us on the Twitter. We've got Affable Idiots. We've got Respawn Aim Fire. Lots of good content there. Be our friends, please. We're your friends. Why don't you love us like we love you? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Why didn't you wave hello to me today when I waved hello to you today?
I was on a lot of horse tranquilizers. I wasn't waving hello to anyone today.
Anybody. So thank you. Please also let us know what's on your bucket list. What's something that that you guys really want to do? Let us know. Holla, holla, holla at us. Do you remember that YouTube video? Holla, holla. Let me holla at you. Holla, holla, holla.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm gonna
send it to me and I'll send you the glizzies.
The glizzies. Perf.
Done.
Perf. So please holla, holla, holla at us. Throw your glizzies in the air like you just don't care. And we'll see you next week. As always, hugs and kisses.
Hearts and sharks.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we didn't part a positive thought.
Oh, no. Man, I'm a doofus. This week's Parting Positive Thought comes to you live from heaven from Steve Jobs. Where the new Best Steve Jobs contest is about to go down. Find that musical in your future somewhere. The quote is, "The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do."
Get
Way to go,
crazy,
Steve Jobs.
y'all. Get crazy.
And aside from the unnecessary use of the word "that," it's a really great quote. It's okay. He didn't write it. He was speaking, and you can't fault somebody for speaking.
Yeah.
I use the word "that" too much. How often do you guys use the word "that"? Think about it, because I didn't really realize that, but I was in college once, and my professor was like, "Well, you don't need to use these words. You usually don't." I forget what she called them, like junk words or something. She's like, you don't need to use the word that frequently. Like, that frequently, that was correct. But you don't need to use that word even frequently. See, you didn't need that there. You don't need to use that frequently. See?
You lost me.
Think about it. Oh, guys, it's really interesting. Just think about the word "that" and how much you use it, and if you actually need to. It's interesting. Okay, hugs and kisses.
Party sharts.
Sharts.
Did I say that right? Yeah.